everyone, so I wanted to do a product review or a product rave, whatever you guys want to call it, on the Cover FX Treatment and Conceal product. There's a box for you if you want to see. I think this retails for, $49.99. Included comes the Matte FX, which is a powder, Clear and Prep FX, which is actually a primer, which I talked about in my 2011 favorites, Cover FX Concealer, and the Clean FX, which is a makeup cleaner. Now, I was actually initially drawn to this just because I had a recent really bad breakout, and my skin along this area had really gotten really bad, and I had scheduled an appointment to see my dermatologist, which I already seen. I'll talk about in another video, but I hadn't had any time to really get something that really worked. And my concealer, my matte cover up wasn't really doing very well, and that's because before it was my savior, and now it really wasn't cutting it. It just really wasn't working. So I was at Sephora one day and I was walking around and I saw this kit, and I've heard good reviews about Cover FX. Who was it? Candy Johnson loves Cover FX, and Lisa Eldridge, the makeup artist in the UK, one of my favorite makeup artists, raved about this for acne as well. I really was looking into it, and I got a sample of the concealer, which I was really kind of keen on. I really wanted to feel out how it is. So I tried it out for a little while, and then I really did, it did stick with me pretty well. So I decided to purchase it, and I did. And I've been using it for about, I want to say, a month or so, about 2 or 3 months now. All of the products, I've actually used all of them, and that's because normally I didn't think I would be using all of them, but I am. So I'm going to go through each product, which I really enjoyed. I'm going to talk about the first one, which is the one I use all the time and love. This is the Cover FX Camouflage Concealer. Now, all these products, they sell separately. This is just, I'm going to show you the picture of the concealer. I'm in the color light medium. And I use this as my concealer. I don't use my MAC one anymore. I just use this one. This one is incredibly thick. I have to say though, the coloring is so strange. It's really hard to find your color. You really have to try it out because they do oxidize. So what looks like might be dark for you in the tube will actually be the right color for you when you blend it out into your skin, which is very strange. I don't know how it works, but because when I first put it on my hand, I was like, this isn't my color. But the sales rep told me to blend it out, and I did, and she showed me that it really is my color. So light medium is my color. I'm in the shade 35 from Make It For Matte Little Plus, so if you have some kind of reference. So I absolutely adore this concealer. I've been using it all the time now. I knocked my MAC one, and this is the one I use for covering up acne and scars. It's incredibly thick, but it's also kind of creamy at the same time. It dries matte, which is really great because I don't like concealers that have that kind of oily, dewy finish to them. I don't like that, so I really enjoy that. It does cover really well. As you can see, I do have a couple of blemishes going on, but you can't see them because the concealer conceals really well. I don't use a brush to apply this. I actually just use my fingers. I've always used my fingers to apply my concealer just because I don't find any brush. I've never found a brush that really works well for me for concealing. Now, I keep in mind that I do wash my hands. I keep sanitizer on my vanity at all times while I'm applying my makeup. I don't touch anything other than my makeup. And I do sanitize my makeup bottles as well. So I'm very clean about that. I don't suggest you use your fingers if you're not very clean about it, because then you will be transferring bacteria onto your skin while you're applying the concealer. So I do apply with my fingers, but I found that it's the best process for me. It really does help blend it out easily, and I really feel like using my hands really does help blend it out the way I like it blended. So really love this stuff. If you guys want to try out a new concealer, I suggest getting a sample of this at Sephora, which they will be more than glad to do, and trying it out and see how it works for you. But I absolutely adore this stuff. The next product that I've been really enjoying from this little kit is the primer. I talked about this in my 2011 favorites, which is also / my January favorites. This is amazing. I love this stuff. It's a matte foundation primer and an anti-acne gel. I wasn't sure if it had salicylic acid in it because I don't like salicylic acid at all. I did have someone tell me that it does have salicylic acid in it, which I'm okay with because I think it was only like 1%, so it's not very bad. But I like this stuff because it leaves my skin very matte, and not overly matte, more like a natural matte, not like where it's very drying, and it really does help keep the foundation on longer. I'm very much a person who doesn't reapply their makeup often throughout the day. I apply it once in the morning and I stay out and go out at night. I touch up and powder and stuff, but I don't really like to take off makeup and reapply it if I'm going to go out later, just because I don't have time, or it doesn't really work well with me. So I really need a primer that's going to last long and help my foundation stay on all day. And when I mean all day, I mean at least 14 hours. So this really does help. I'm not saying that it's going to look immaculate at the end of the day, but it does help a lot. I have noticed a difference in using this than my other primers, so I really do like this stuff. The third product is the Matte FX, which is actually just a compact powder. This is in the color medium. Now this color is actually quite dark for me. When I first initially started using it, I thought, oh my god, this is too orange and way too dark. And it actually is, but I do use it sometimes, especially because sometimes the concealer can look a little bit light. Once you blend it out, it looks a little bit lighter than it actually is in the tube, like I said before. So just to even out my foundation with the concealer, I just have a little bit of this onto a powder brush and just pat it onto the areas where I applied the concealer, which is mainly along my jawline. So I just use very, very little of it, but it is incredibly matte and incredibly pigmented, so you don't need to use a lot of this. You need to use very little because it's very, very, it has a lot of cover in it. So if you're looking for a powder foundation, I would suggest to use this because it works really well with the concealer. So if you didn't want to use a lot of coverage for the rest of your skin, you could use this on your acne and then conceal it and finish it with this powder, which I think was what they want you to do. And so the last product I'm going to show you is the Clean FX, which is actually just a face wash. This is a makeup cleansing mousse, so it's a foam cleanser, which I'm not a big fan of, but I have been using it just to take off my makeup. I know I need to do a full video on how I cleanse and my whole skincare routine, because I did one a little while ago and I need to update it because it has changed. Like I said before, I do use makeup wipes to remove my makeup and then I cleanse with it. So what I do every night is I take off my makeup with a makeup remover and then I use this with my hands just to rinse off whatever my makeup wipe didn't take off. And then later on I'll take a shower and I'll use my Clarisonic with my glycolic wash and I'll wash my skin with that. So I cleanse about 2 times, but I remove my makeup with makeup wipes. So I use this in between just to remove the first layer of my makeup. So I do need something that's going to really take it all off. So this is definitely what helps. It's just a nice light cleanser. I couldn't say very much about it, that it's going to be immaculate or anything. It's just a nice, simple, clean cleanser that you can use to remove your makeup. And then you definitely want to cleanse with your better face wash afterwards. But that's basically it. I really did like this product. I am going to continue using it. It's a really great product for those of you who are like myself, who have trouble with acne coverage and stuff. Yeah, so I really, really do like it. It's a good steal because you get a lot of product, and I've been using it almost every day since I bought it. I've had it for about 2 months now, and it works really well and does last you a while, especially because you get a full-size bottle of the concealer, which is what, most of us are buying it for. And the concealer itself is quite pricey. I believe it's like $30 or $20. So it's kind of expensive for just a concealer. This is $50. The other 3 products are just travel sizes, so it kind of works itself out in a good way. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!